overview of it.
Yeah, the process of the show was, I got called for an audition. The breakdown of the character was a guy, a young rookie homicide detective named Clive Babineaux, who's a mix between Shaft, Cleavon Little, and Jordan Peele. And so my research was watching a lot of Richard Roundtree, Blazing Saddles, and a lot of Key and Peele, and kind of just giving my interpretation of a fusion of those three characters, and went through the audition process, which was it was an adventure, and just was blessed that it worked out for me.
Is it problematic for something to be that specific for you to audition on, or do you like bringing more?
I thought it was. I mean, when I got that, versus like we're looking for serious, brooding, whatever. This is like we want. For some reason, that just worked for me. It was so specific, and then once I read the script, which blew me away. Just completely blew me away. It was I was like it made me comfortable, and it gave me clarity in terms of where to go with the character.
Obviously, the character is not stupid. He knows, he's good at his job. So, does he begin to suspect that something else is up just besides normal murders?
You know what? No, I think he's so, Clive sometimes can be very, very self-involved. He thinks highly of himself. So, once he buys into her having, her visions are passed off to him as being these psychic powers, and he runs with it. He goes, whatever it takes to help me get my first collar. Because he's pretty desperate, and that's why he goes with it, and when those visions start to come to fruition, that's it. That's all he needs. He goes with it.
What's the report recently as things go on? So obviously he's ambitious.
Yeah.
He's trying to, be one of those situations where he's discovered and use that to his advantage. So do you see it as helpful, or do you see it possible branching out bigger adversarial down the line?
We start off very adversarial at first, just because she made Clive look bad. Her first vision was wrong. It was a complete misdirect, and then Clive became the laughingstock. At the department, he gives her another chance, and then obviously things happen, and so it becomes true. So we have the audience is in on the fact that she's a zombie and that she eats brains and she's not psychic. So the banter, the fact that I don't know that leads to fun banter back and forth. The audience knows, the audience is in on the joke. I'm not, so it leads to some fun on back and forth. But once she starts to commit, in terms of finding a purpose, of doing this and connecting to her humanity, that's when we start to get on the same page. Yeah.
Would you prefer to continue to be in the dark about this for as long as possible, or when would you like your character to be included?
I don't. Clive's head would explode, and brains would be all over the place if he knows what's really going on. That there's a underground, supernatural iZombie culture amongst the real world. So, but I think it's fun. I think the longer he doesn't know, is the more fun. I think the more fun you can have with it. Maybe season 3, 4, I don't know. Yeah, if we're fortunate to go that far.
Do you think there's a certain amount of safety in not knowing, in terms of let's be honest, the CW 100 already proved that just because you're in the main cast of the media, you'll survive a couple episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you think there's more safety in being sort of the odd man out on this?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. 100%. I think there's way more security in that, but I think just from a creative standpoint, I think it's more fun. I think it's more fun if he doesn't know, and he's the one, leading the procedural aspect of the show, because it has so many different layers. But just that particular facet, I think it's better if he doesn't know.
I think that's what